$10.
44, quarter till 9. Tommy Tucker, WWL. Saw a story at WDSU TV that just had me scratching my head. It concerned an interview with Orleans Parish Juvenile Court Head Judge Raynor Darrensburg talking about the information they get from ankle monitoring on juveniles and how it's not in real time and how it works with adult offenders that are out on bail because of the gentleman we're about to talk to, but the judge says that the parents can't afford $250 a month. Well, too bad, so sad. Maybe your kid shouldn't have committed the crime. With that, we welcome in Matt Dennis, electronic monitor and provider and bail agent. And the name of your company is ASAP, right, Matt?
Yes, sir, it is. Yep, ASAP, Assured Supervision Accountability Program.
And what to tell people about your system? We've had you on, but there's new people listen all the time, and this just drives me crazy because let me just say it, and I'll get on my system, Matt, and then you can have the floor. You got juveniles committing violent crimes. There is a way to track them in real time. You've proven it. You do it with adult offenders. But to say that the parents can't afford it and have these juveniles running around unchecked where they can cut the ankle bracelet off or do whatever, not with your company, with somebody else, is crazy. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
So, look, there's so much that I learned watching Judge Darrensburg on WDSU's interview. And then, of course, the follow-up episodes included the way it's happening in adult court. Mm-hmm. But I think your listeners need to have a review so they understand exactly what's happening. The ASAP program is not a vendor that comes to the city and says, give me money. We're not trying to sell something to the court, to the judges. This has nothing to do with the court, the judges in the city. It's not up to them. There was a failed program in place in Orleans that was run by the sheriff. It was paid for by the taxpayer. It was $1.2 million the last year, had 45 people in it at the day of its demise. This process that you're witnessing in the city simply takes an existing entity, the bail industry, who already has these people out on bail. It's their job to supervise them and make them go to court. And that bail industry has said, we're going to go extra and we're going to make them follow the judge's orders. So this is being done for free. It doesn't cost the taxpayer a dime. It uses an existing industry that only wanted to do better. So it's doing the job in ways it's never been done before. And it's doing it at a limitless capacity. In a city with no jail space, it's a very important entity. We worked with the juvenile court system, and we took in a number of their people. If they want us to be able to arrest them, they need to put a bond on them. It can be a very minimal bond. Nobody's advocating for giant bonds. Nobody wants people stuck in jail. But we do want to protect the community in a responsible way. And the city needed this. They needed this in a massively bad way. So this service is providing a way for our community to supervise 300 adults in our city, and they're not domestics and drunks. These are the most violent, accused people we have. We go beyond that, and we give the ability to the New Orleans police to look into the system and say, anybody in your program committing crimes, hey, we got you. Okay. We also go one step beyond that and say, if you're in the middle of committing a crime, we're coming for you because we're actually watching you. We're actually supervising you. Every single week, you can follow our Facebook page. You see it on there. We catch people that violate the court's order. Every single week, NOPD catches people that violates human order. They go out and break laws. People are on ankle monitors. They're still allowed to move around, and they can still commit crimes. So what the city now has is a juvenile program that doesn't want to supervise juveniles. They want supervision to be blind. They don't actually want to do anything. And you have ankle monitors that apparently can't be viewed. You can't watch them. I learned that. That's new. You can't actually see the kid. You have to bring him in. Mm-hmm. Well, remember, you took our device off with full arrest powers, and you put that blind device on this kid. Now you're saying that the solution to this program, that you're getting these devices free from the state through probation and parole, your solution to this program is to remove the ankle monitor and to charge the taxpayer $2 a day for a phone app. Now, here's the question. When NOPD catches a juvenile with wearing an ankle monitor in the middle of committing a crime, he's tipped off to something, and he's able to backtrack through and say, hey, man, what's going on with this kid? And everybody finds out. You, the media, even the public, they find out. So the one way to make that go away is to eliminate the ankle monitor altogether. And that's where we're actually at. We're at a place where the juvenile judge thinks and all of them apparently, because they testified in front of the city council, that they think that the right way to go is to remove the tracking device from the ankle and give them a cell phone and to charge the community $2 a day per head. I don't know how we go from being failed. Listen, GPS is not about equipment. You can put anything on somebody and do whatever you want with it. If you don't supervise them, if you don't make them follow the judge's order, then that piece of device is garbage. It doesn't matter how secure it is. The point is, with the juvenile court system, we're not talking about adding supervision. We're talking about changing equipment and billing the taxpayer. That's basically where we are today in New Orleans. There's a few technical things. He said $250 a day. The judge knows that's false. Our program is not that. I'm not trying to sell our program. We charge the offenders $6 a day. It's less than a pack of cigarettes. They committed the crime. It should be their responsibility to pay.
Well, to be clear, he said $250 a month, just to be clear.
I know that. I'm sorry. Yeah, he said $250 a month. It's not, and he knows that's not true. He also made the statement that putting the phone down is like not charging the battery or cutting it off. Excuse me. Putting the phone down is doing that, in his program where there's no supervision. But in our program, if you don't charge, we show up at your house. You don't get to let it die. In our program, if you start cutting, we come after you. And we have some surprises for you. It's not going to be as easy as you think to get it off. So we have time, and we catch you more often than not. Even if you get it off, we catch you within a few days because it doesn't end there. The bondsman is still responsible. So his concept, that's the same. If the kid leaves the phone in a room and goes out and commits crimes and plays and just ignores the judge, it's the same as letting it die or cutting it off. That is false. That is true in his program, false in the program that protects New Orleans in adult court.
Tell me again about the cell phone, because you're going fast, and I got a little bit confused there, Matt. What is this? What is the situation with the cell phone instead of the ankle monitor?
Apparently, in that WDSU report, they say the judge and the judges from the juvenile court have testified in front of city council that they believe that the true solution right now, they have ankle monitors that are not being watched, that you have to have the defendant in front of you to download the data, or you can't see what he's been doing. So there's kids are committing crimes. They're being caught with ankle monitors on. We know they're committing the crimes. Their solution to that problem is to change the kids away from ankle monitors and put them on a phone app, which gives them an app that tracks their cell phone. Now, the cell phone
so like
will
just turning your position locator on, basically, is what they're talking about?
Yeah, but listen, it's a program we actually use, but it's part of a stair-step program. When you have people that are behaving and working their way out of a sentence or whatever, you can put them on a phone app. It makes you check in. It causes you to look at your phone. You got to say a password, and that password is voice recognition, and then it's also facial recognition. It confirms it's you. It's a physical check-in. It's done randomly. It's a great tool. We can detect if you leave your phone behind. We can come after you and make you behave, but that's the part that's missing right there. That piece right there is what's missing from the juvenile program. Everything else is the same, but nobody cares if you do nothing right. That's what's wrong. You're not going to solve. The only thing being solved right now by moving to a phone app is you're making it harder to determine who's screwing up on ankle monitor because the ankle monitor goes away and you're taking money from the taxpayer. That's the only thing changing with their plan, and that is a disaster. That is a damn shame. It's not necessary.
I don't understand the reasoning for it. Do you, Matt?
Well, you have a choice between an ankle monitor program that's free to the city, that actually supervises the judge's order and makes a person do exactly what the judge says. The judge has to participate because when you get reports that say he's offending, you have to do something. And you're going to take that process and change it into a process that is an ankle monitor that nobody's watching. You can't watch it. You have to call the kid and have him come in so you can download it, which is insane in today's world. And then you're going to remove it. One step farther, you're going to take that device off, put them on a phone app, and then go one step farther and build a city for it. Why are we billing the city for this? We're going down in security, and we're adding a cost. We didn't increase security. We didn't bring in supervision. We didn't change a thing other than we got less secure, less able for the public to see it, and it's costing the taxpayer $2 a day per head. I think we're going to see major success. I think we're going to see a program grow from 25 people to 250 people. And they'll tell us how successful it is because 250 people a day at $2 a day is pretty successful. But success should be based in the supervision success, whether or not people are actually doing the right thing, which includes the people supervising them. If I'm not doing my job, I should be in trouble. And it's my job to make sure that everybody released to us goes to court and follows the judge's order. And when they don't, we show up at your house. We stop you. We take you into handcuffs. We put you in jail. And then if you want to try again, we'll bring you back out and try again. So this is what they're trading for. So I don't understand. I can't tell you what's wrong with juvenile court other than this takes you one sheet farther behind a much bigger door that you cannot see into.
Yep, secrecy. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate your time and your efforts. Matt Dennis, electronic monitor provider, bail agent. He knows what he's talking about. Makes you scratch your head. 8:55, not Matt, what the judges are doing makes you scratch your head. 8:55 now, 5 till 9, traffic, WWL.
What you